everybody, it's Martha with the Patchwork Kitty and the Patchwork Nail Party. I'm here doing an application video, Color Street application video. So, without any further ado, I'm going to be using the pattern Pastel Me About It. Boop. Isn't it cute? And then for an accent nail, well, I noticed in the pattern, this one here in the sun looks very similar. It actually looks really similar to Home Sweet Home, but I don't have that one in a 2Z sample, but I did have Shangri-La, and they're very similar. So I'm hoping to do some nail punches, some flowers here over some of these check patterns. So anyway, oh yeah, so what I have here to work with, although I just realized I'm missing one of my tools, so I'll have to run back in the house and get that. But so I have my pattern. This has my it has a nail file in it, y'all know that. It also has an alcohol prep pad, so I don't have any extra with me right now. I do have my glass nail file, my handy dandy glass nail file. I have my 2Z sample if I need and or want to use it. I have two different hole punches here. I have my little tiny ones that you guys have seen me use in other videos. And then I have this one. I bought this at Daiso. I don't know how well this is gonna work. Ugh. I think it's like maybe a child safety paper punch, because it's a little complicated and it's hard to see the design in this, whereas this is completely exposed. This one you kind of have to hold it open. I may actually just rip that little door. There you go. That wasn't hard. Okay, throw that away. But when you do use it though, let me show you. No, it's not going to do it. Oh, maybe it doesn't do it because the door's not there. I just solved the other problem. It likes to lock, which is a pain in the butt when you're trying to peel the thingy off and the thing's locked in place. Anyway, it's not locking now, so maybe breaking the door off fixed that issue. So there you go. Anyway, and then I have my top coat. And I'm going to use my Holo Taco again. I was going to use my Born Pretty, but I don't want to pull my light out because that's a UV top coat. It's a gel top coat. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, I don't want to have to pull my light out, but I was going to use that one. It's a thicker top coat. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a better top coat, but it's more heavy duty, and I'm going to be making jewelry, some cameo necklaces over the next week. So I had planned to use that one, but I'm really just don't want to pull out the extension cord and all that stuff just to do this video for you guys. So I'm going to go back to my Holo Taco, but I'm probably just going to use like 2 coats maybe instead of my 1 coat for the other brand. But this is my quick dry go-to top coat that you guys have seen me use the last month or so. I'm so gonna have to buy more because I'm just using the hell out of that. But I'm not complaining because she's got other products that I want now. So she's got lots of different top coats that you can use over your Color Street nails, and they add different effects. So this is just her regular glossy taco. She has what she calls a Holo Taco, which is little holographic glitters that you can use. And she just came out with something called Unicorn Skin, and they add different effects depending on the base color strip that you're using or the base color that you use for your nails. So I kind of want everything. I'm bad. So, anyway, that was totally off subject. So I'm gonna run in the house. I need to get my little tool for my paper punch. Otherwise my chunky fingers are not gonna be able to pry stuff out of there. At least not gracefully. So I'll be right back. Peace. So this is the other tool that I'm gonna use. This is just a simple like dotting tool. It's also referred to as an embossing tool depending on what kind of crafts or stuff that you use. Nail art world, it's called a dotting tool. The only thing I'm using this for, to be honest, is to pry those little things out of there. So, because I don't have tiny fingers, so yeah. Anyway, so without any further ado, I'm gonna move my camera down to the table, so hopefully you guys can see a little bit better. Yeah, okay, here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and open up our color street. Well, that was anticlimactic. Do. There is the full set. So it looks like we got a couple different solids that we can work with. So we might not actually have to use that sucker. Can save him for a rainy day. And comes with a little nail file and comes with your prep pad. This is just an alcohol prep pad. So if you have run out of this, or if you use this and you still have nail strips left, and if you're wondering, yes, you can save your nail strips. They do lose some of their elasticity, and therefore some of their life. When you do reuse them, I reuse them all the time, so don't take that as a negative statement, please. I reuse them all the time. What I do is I have a very tiny straightening iron that I just run across the open end and I reseal it. Other folks tape down the end all the way and then stick them in a Ziploc bag just for extra safety. Depends on you. All different ways. Definitely wouldn't leave them exposed to the air though, because the longer they're exposed to the air, the more brittle they're going to become, and you're not going to be able to use the leftovers, which is, it's just a waste and a bummer. So yeah. And then if you use your alcohol prep pad, well, you better use your alcohol prep pad, but if you need more, you can buy these anywhere. I buy boxes of these, not the Color Street brand, but buy boxes of prep pads on Amazon all the time, because I include them with all my free samples. But you can just use regular alcohol and a cotton ball. So, which I will have to use for my little overlays when I do that, because I'll have to re-prep my areas. So, but we'll get to that when we get there. We'll talk about that later. So, first thing I'm going to do is use my alcohol prep pad. Now, I already posted, or I should have just, I don't really know if I've posted it yet. I just recorded a video where I removed my other nails, and I've already prepped my nails for this. So I've already filed them. I've already used my cuticle oil. Now, if you use cuticle oil when you remove your nail polish, like I do, you're going to want to wait about a half an hour to an hour before applying your nails. And definitely wash your hands in between then. Because if you have any remnants of the oil still on the nail bed, your nail strip's not going to stick very good where that oil is. So another reason why using these alcohol prep pads is such a good idea. It's a must. So there's that. Just why it's still moist, I'm going to run it over one more time. It's an awful word, moist. Damp. There we go. We'll say damp. Okay. Hit. Whee! Okay. So, gonna go ahead and open this. I just use my scissors. That way I can save as much of the plastic wrap for the leftover. Here we go. That's a little smarter. I don't have a very good history, track record, I guess, with ripping things open, as you may have already noticed in this video today. So let's not chance it. Just gonna fold my leftover in half, stick it back in the bag. My nails are short right now, so I'm gonna try and just apply with one set of strips. I may end up using this other set, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, there's that. So first thing we're gonna want to do is pick out the sizes that we need for our fingers. I'm already pretty familiar with the sizes I'm gonna need, but I also want to mix and match my patterns. So this set has 3 different patterns in it, so I want to try and use Well, I'm not going to use all 3 patterns because what I'm hoping to use is these solid ones. I'm hoping to stamp out some floral shapes and apply them to these plaid check patterns. So that's my idea. So these solid ones I'm going to set aside, and this is why I'm probably going to end up having to break in to the other half here, because, well, I think I can make this work. I think I can make this work as long as I don't accidentally mess up and rip them when I apply them. So, anywho's. So this should be my middle finger, and then that's going to be that finger. Oop. Actually, this is going to be a very interesting pattern. So, I know you guys can't see that. I'm going to angle this down a little bit more. So my pattern right now, because I pulled out my solids, my pattern right now is plaid, plaid, flower, flower, flower. It's not normal for me, but I'm just going to keep in mind that I'm going to make some floral shapes and add them to the 2 plaid. Yeah, it's kind of boring for me, but that's just, it's how it's worked out with the sizes of the fingernail strips. So thumb, first finger, middle finger, favorite finger, ring finger, and pinky. So there's my set, and let's get to applying. Oh, gonna give you guys a lovely, lovely chest shot there. Sorry, it's not on purpose, I swear. Now with color street nail strips, you always want to start with your pinky. Oh, and there went the camera. Stay. Good tablets. Okay. So, always want to start with your pinky and end with your thumbs. The reason for that is you're going to, at least to some extent, use your thumb to perforate and remove the excess nail strip. This is also why you want your nail file. Keep that right here. I'm left-handed. I got to move it over to the other side. So, starting with my pinky, turn my strip around, and you want to start by centering and placing at your cuticle line. You're not going to press it down yet, so that's what you're looking at. Before you press it down, make sure you're straight. I'm just going to gently place it down, make sure I am pretty even on both sides, and then I am just pushing the nail strip toward my cuticle line on either side, kind of sticking it down, I guess. So all your edges, you want to make sure those are nice and firm, and any bubbles you're going to push towards the tip of your fingernail. Push it away from your body. Kind of going overboard with this. You don't really have to push that hard or that much. I mean, I'm down. My nail strip's on there. So with the excess here, there's multiple ways that you can remove the excess. If you don't care if you use your entire package, at this point you can go ahead and use your file or your finger and fold this in half and perforate and cut off your excess. Because I'm going to use the excess strip on my opposite finger here, that's a good overlay, I'm going to be a little bit more gentle in removing this. So I'm going to gently pull the strip down and away. So I'm kind of covering the edge of my nail. Okay, I don't know if you guys, I hope you guys can see that. So, and as I'm doing that, I'm going to perforate. So, pull and perforate, and don't even have to do it on this last one. It's already perforating. So there we go. First nail strip down. And then these jagged edges here, when I'm done, I'm going to just file. Super easy, and you file away You don't want to file up because it's going to remove your nail strip. You're going to file down and away and get the excess off. Now I usually save this step for the, not the very end, but once I get all my fingers done. So there's that. That one is down and done. And we're going to take the rest of our nail strip and go to the opposite side. So very gently setting on the center of my nail. Now I can tell that is not straight. So we're going to peel back up, recenter. I'm just kind of sitting, tapping down like right in the middle. Oops, there we go. The middle at the base, just so I can get an idea to make sure that that is on center and in the right spot. So I'm comfortable and confident with where this nail is at, so I'm going to go ahead and start placing it down and sealing it around my edges and around my cuticle line. Meanwhile, I'm working up towards the tip of my nail because I don't want to accidentally start pulling it up. So I do have a little bubble forming right here in the middle, and to get rid of that, I'm just going to go straight out towards the edge of my nail. So now I can show you how to get rid of the excess, the true excess. So, and this is what you can do to remove the excess if you're going to use your both sets of your nails in the package and you don't mind, you know, and you don't plan on doing this double strip thing. And that's where I've kind of already done it. But you're going to take your excess, the excess of the nail strip, and just kind of, you know, stick it together there in the center, and then pull down and perforate. And there's that, and we're done. So still gonna have to file down the extra off of my nail, and I'm sorry if it's getting hard to hear because my neighbor is just started up their lawnmower. So there's our two pinkies, one nail strip. That's awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and start moving on with the rest of my fingers here. I'm hoping I can do that really cool YouTube thing where you just fast forward. So hang tight, guys. I'm gonna keep recording and get the rest of these fingernails on. Okay, guys, we are down to the thumb. Plastic keeps sticking to me. So, down to the thumb here, last strip. Okay. So nothing special with the thumb other than this is your last thumb is the one that you're going to need to be extra careful on. So same as all the other nails, just gently pull and perforate. Okay, we're good. We'll get the excess off at the end here when we file. And then with the other half of my strip, Okay. So now, because I don't want to damage, and I've done this before, and you can go back and look at other videos where I've done this to myself. I don't want to damage this thumbnail. So I'm just going to pull, make sure all my bubbles are out, and gather up my extra here, and I'm going to file it off. Because this pattern is actually really, really cute, and I just don't want to mess it up. There's my excess. It is gone. Okay. So there's just straight out of the box. That's pastel me about it. I'm going to clean up my edges here, and then we're going to punch some shapes. We'll see what we can get out of my paper punches, and we're going to apply some shapes here. I'm going to fast forward through this section here and just file off my excess nail strip. Okay guys, so that's filed down. Now I could call this a look and be done with it and move along my day. And the nail strips as is probably gonna last week to 10 days. You know, looking good and pretty, but like I said, I'm gonna be doing some crafting here. And I usually use a top coat anyway. Just I type with my normal, 9 to 5, and typing can do a lot of damage on your nails. So I'm going to use top coat. Anyway, that was my whole point. There's my top coat. But we're going to cut shapes first. So I have 2 shapes here like I showed you. And I'm not sure if both of these are, if I'm going to be able to actually use both of these. And I'm also not sure that I'm going to be able to get multiple out of both of these. So yeah, I still may end up breaking into this, although I could just pull out the other solids from here. So let me see what I can get out of these 2 strips with my paper punches, and then if I have to do more, I'll pull from this bag first before using a sample. Sample that I could give away. So when you use a paper punch to make your shapes, you need to pull off the plastic film. Don't pull off the paper backing though. This paper punch is way too big for this tiny pinky strip. I think I'm going to be able to get 2. It looks like I'll be able to get 2 if I go in a long ways. So I'll have to break off the bottom here to get the other half of it. But I'm going to start with this one side. Go in. Here we go. I'll line up. The reason you want the ones that you can see through the bottom is because you want to line them up well. So I just pushed through. There's my shape. This one came out super easy. It just popped right out. So release and then pull out my silhouette there. So I'm gonna need to, there we go, break off that. Usually I cut it off, but I felt brave. I did do a little boo-boo there, but hopefully that won't be a problem and it won't stick. But if it does stick, then I can show you how to use that. So go in, make another shape. Oh, shot it right out at me. There's my second shape. Release. And I think I'm gonna be able to I can get one more in, I think. Cut off some of that excess there. I don't really necessarily need one for the design, but just in case I FUBU, then I want an extra. Okay. And that one didn't come out, so there we go. And release, and there's my that's my leftovers. So okay, so it's my tulip shapes there, and I'm gonna go with my daisy shape. This one I don't know that I'm gonna get 3 out of this because it's a pretty big shape. But oops, I wanted to turn it around and show you guys. That one came out super easy. There we go. And there's that. Let's see. Can I get another one? Okay, number 2. There's number 2. I think. Let me cut off. The tab. I think I can get a 3rd one. Beautiful. I can. So one more here. There we go. Oh, and just like the other one, it didn't actually come out, so I can show you here. I'm just going to use this tool to pop it out. And then we're done with the paper punches. So we're not done with this tool yet. So here we go. I'm just using this to kind of eyeball for myself. I'm not doing anything with this strip. So the silver color, because these plaids actually have some of the silver in it, I want to be really careful about where I place it. And I want it away from the body. Yeah. So, let's see. I think these bigger shapes are definitely gonna have to be reserved for my thumb. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start placing these. Using the finer end, I'm gonna separate the paper from the nail strip. And some of these will be more difficult than others. This is honestly probably the most difficult part of this whole process here. There we go. So I'm going to use my tool to hold on to the strip while I peel off the rest of the paper. If you have, I have short nails right now. They're really, really short. If you have no nails, then I would suggest getting tweezers to separate. And good thing to point out, something that you can't always tell from the nail strips when they have the paper backing is how transparent they're going to be. So this, now that the backing's not on it, I can tell is fairly transparent. So I'm going to be, that's not where I wanted to stick you. Okay, very gentle here. I'm starting to pull it too much. I'm going to be really careful about where I place this because of how transparent it is that I didn't realize. So stick there. Look how cute that is. And then we're just gonna stick it down with our fingers. And there's our cute little tulip shape. Boop. Yeah, that's hard to see. That is gonna be hard to see unless you're in the light. But it's super cute. I love it. Okay, next. Do another one here. Pull the paper off. This one on the opposite side. I'm going to go a little bit lower because of where my pattern is. The purple and pink is down here, more at the tip of my nail on this finger than at the base. So there's my 2 little cute plaid shapes. Okay. and we'll be adding a top coat. Whenever you use the paper punch method, you're going to have to use a top coat. If you haven't seen my top coat video, I would suggest watching that. There's a wide variety of top coats you can use, but don't go cheap. That is one thing I learned. Was already a nail polish hoarder before I met Color Street, and now I'm even worse. So I have a ton of different top coats. I tried them all out, and some of them, the cheaper ones, do not react well to the Color Street nail products. Not to mention they take forever to dry, and what's the point of using nail strips if you're gonna have to sit for an hour waiting for your nails to dry? So use a better quality, it doesn't have to be expensive, just a better quality top coat. Oh, I love that shape. I love that shape. The daisy. That is so cute. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. That is so, so, so cute. I got distracted by my cute nails. Anyway, so anyway, what I was saying is if you're going to use the paper punch method, you have to use a top coat, and you want to use a good top coat. So, oh, I just love that so much. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, I gotta stop staring at my nails. I'm gonna hang on to these little extras. I'll stick them in the bag here. I don't know that those are gonna last. I've never actually tried to use paper punches that I've punched out prior. But we'll see. When I go to use the rest of this, you know, we'll revisit that. So, okay. That's the best I'm going to do on redoing that. I will seal that when I get in the house. We're done with that, and we are done with our file. So we are down to the last step here, guys. And that is our Super Glossy Taco top coat. So I'm using the Holo Taco brand top coat. This is a quick dry super glossy top coat. Like I said prior at the beginning of the video, I should probably be using my Born Pretty UV top coat, or even my Sally Hansen UV top coat, because they're thicker top coats, and I'm going to be doing some crazy crafting this week, but it's okay. We'll just do what we gotta do here. Besides, I love this top coat. It dries so quick. And I'm just rounding the tips of my nails also. I mean, the tips are already covered with the Color Street strip, but it's always a good idea. Get a little bit longer wear when you cover it with a top coat as well. So I am going to use 2 coats just because of what I'm, going to be doing this week with my free time. Got a little extra there. So anyway, there we go. Give me about 5 minutes and these are going to be dry and I can do my second top coat. And that's that. And oh God, I just love that nail. That's my favorite. I totally put it on the wrong side on this finger, but I don't care. I love the daisy. It's so cute. The tulips have kind of melded into the plaid. You can't see those ones as well at all. But I'll take some still pictures, hopefully add them to the end of this video. Otherwise, I'll just post the pictures in the Facebook group. Blah, blah, blah. Hold on, guys. There you go. You can look at my face instead of my chest. So, anyway, there's my nails. They're so cute. Thanks for watching. Bye. Goodbye.